Hey everybody, I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Correspondences for the 11th day of August 2021. It's Wednesday, so Mercury governs, favorability is excellent. One thing I'm going to do, and I've put this in the post that's going to go out on Patreon, I also cross-publish it over on Medium so you can see it there as well, but not everything is on the Medium post. There's some stuff reserved just for patrons, and so like the sigils and stuff, seals and all that I'm going to recommend here today will be in the Patreon one. So you want to join Patreon, that'd be cool. That'd be greatly appreciated. It's $1 a month, and you don't have to do every month. You can hit and miss if your schedule's busy, or you can do $12 a year, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter to me one way or the other. It's just a way to help offset the costs of my website and stuff. So and what I'm doing here. So thank you in advance if you choose to do that. I appreciate it. But there's just some stuff over there that doesn't appear anywhere else. So anyway, let's see. So with the excellent favorability, what I'm suggesting is to take a look at today's planetary aspects in the forecast over on the blog. And look at how both Mercury and Venus affect interactions with partners today. There's a bunch of stuff there. Particularly with Venus. There's a lot of stuff with Venus, only one or maybe two things with Mercury, or maybe just one. But there's a bunch of stuff with Venus impacting partnership issues today. You know, if you think about Venus, Venus is the scales. I mean, it's a lot of stuff. It's beauty, it's art, it's all of that as well. But it's balance, and it's justice and fairness. And I'm a Libra, so I mean, everything has to be fair. If there's 7 pieces of something between me and my husband, I will cut one in half and likely give him the bigger half, right? That's just what a Libra does. All right. It's confounding. It's a matter of, no, you go ahead. No, you go ahead. No, you go first. No, you go first. It's that. Okay. We can be indecisive. We can be all those things, right? But right now, Venus is interacting with other stuff that's challenging a little bit, maybe. So anyway, craft a working that fosters positive communication today, or improves it, or whatever, or balance or something. It seems that issues are arising that impact trust, expectations, and boundaries. You can use more than one candle in this. One in other words, if you use more than one candle, sometimes I use 3. This one I think you only need to use 2 though. You're going to transfer one thing to another, from one state to another. So if you've got a problem, you're going to resolve it. Okay. I mean, that's like the foundation of that. I mean, it can be you can think of it in a variety of ways, but basically that's what you're doing, right? And so you can also then combine the magic squares and or seals of both planets into the working. And what I'm advising is the first candle needs to be ascribed to Venus. All right. And what we want to do is we want to stop the imbalance that's going on. Okay, so we're going to use the planetary seal, of Venus to stop what's happening. Seals stop, squares invoke. All right, they begin. Okay, so we're going to stop the weird communication that's going on, and we're going to invoke something better. And so we'll use Venus, the seal, to stop. And you can set your candle on top of the seal, the seal, after you draw it during the working, unless you don't have time and then you've already got it or whatever. But try to draw it during the working. And then on the second candle, you're going to use the square of Mars to invoke better communication. Okay, and so whether or not you want to anoint your candles, rolling them in maybe some, if you've got any dried horehound, that might be nice. You could put some lavender there too, on it. But horehound is used for throat issues. Okay, and so that's self-expression. So at minimum, I mean, you could oil the candles and then roll them in dried horehound. You could do that as well. Both of them, because it's both about, wrong communication and right communication. So it's all communication based. So you could do that. That might be something you could do. Put some emerald, or if you have any emerald, I have some rough cut emerald, which is not expensive, by the way. Also, one thing I like, and let's see if I've got it. Oh, here it is. I like this particular blue agate. I like it. That's nice for communication spells. Also, citrine, whether it's treated or untreated, you could use it. Fluorite. Fluorite's good. But yeah, I mean, yellow and purple candles, the element's air. Not so much with Venus. Venus is water, or no, I'm sorry, it's earth, not water. But we've got earthy stuff going on right now. With the sun in Virgo, and with polarity being feminine and all of that. So I think that I'm trying to remember anything else here that might go into something like that. But the idea behind the working is to move the situation from one state to another, and that's why you use more than one candle. 3 candle spells are also effective. Sometimes you would establish the issue, neutralize it, and then create a new. Or you could use them to represent any kind of triplicity that you're working with, past, present, future, maiden, mother, crone, whatever the energies are, okay? So in other words, if you wanted to have something happen in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening, you could do that. You can use 3 candles to do that. But I really think 2 today would be enough, especially if you're aligning them with the square and the seal of the 2 planets there. So I don't know, that might be something you could think about doing. And that way you're working with more than one modality within it. I mean, realistically, you are anyway. I mean, anytime you put a bunch of stuff on your altar or workspace, and then you've got candles going, you've got herbs going, you've got a cauldron burning, you're using multiple modalities anyway. So it's just this time, you're really focusing on it, and it's doing it with intention in a way maybe that's more specific to the spell than supportive energies are. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I have a tarot reading I'm going to do here. I've already got it, the photo taken of it. I'm going to use the Thoth deck, which is, I mean, it's my favorite deck, I just admit. I don't use it when I do the Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune readings on Monday and Thursday. That I just use Rider Waite. But this one evokes emotion in me like no other deck does. And so I just like the energetic effect of them. So it's going to be these 3 cards, and I'm just going to show them quickly so you don't see them. And so look for that over there on the blog at Stepping Aside. That's going to be coming up here. I don't know, maybe today. I don't think I'm going to have time on Thursday or Friday, because that's when I do Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune on Thursday, and then I do I get going on the newsletter with the esoteric influences and magical influences for the coming week. So that takes me a couple of days to do, and to get it uploaded into the newsletter. If you want to sign up for that newsletter, that's what you get in it. And then sometimes I'll have something from Herbal Academy that they're offering. I'm an affiliate for them, so that might be in there. Plus all the books I've written are in there. I kind of introduced people to Herbal Magica, which is the most recent one, which is a book of correspondences for magic for herbs, and also it also has herbalism stuff in it as well. So constituents and properties and preparation methods, depending on what it is. It's not in there for all of them, because some of them I don't want you to use internally, and so they're toxic. So I gotta say that, like, don't use internally. And maybe I don't even include, what the constituents and properties are, just to make sure. But the idea is, with that book, if you're trying to craft a spell and you don't have your correspondence book with you, you don't remember something, you see something, it's like, what do I want to use? What plant do I want to use here, or plants? If you know the constituents and properties of a plant, then that are herbal, you can draw some inferences as to how they can be used in magic. So that's why I did it that way. So pick one up, pick a copy up. It's in available booksellers pretty much everywhere. Amazon has it both in Kindle and paperback form. Barnes and Noble has it in ebook. Apple has it, and that's Nook. Scribd has it, various booksellers. There's a couple different links that I have under the video for it, and various places for it. So depending on where you want to buy it, some people like to read stuff on Amazon with their Kindle or a Kindle app or whatever, and some people like Nook, some people like Apple. So there's just, some people like, they have a Scribd subscription. I have one. I use it for research mostly, but yeah, I mean, there's lots of places that it is. So if you're interested in that, then, go for it. I think let's see. This is what it looks like. I think I showed it yesterday. But this is what the Amazon copy, it won't have this if you buy the book. This is the proof copy. It's just not for resale. But it has all kinds of stuff in it. I mean, all the herbs, of course, but then in the beginning it talks about, herbal modalities or herbal methodologies or what have you, and how you would use herbs and all of that. There's an introduction, and there's also an essential oil list and how to use those. But basically it just tells you how to use this stuff just in kind of a brief form, and then gives you the way to do it, and where it can be most helpful. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have. We'll talk tomorrow. Be good to yourself. Be good to one another. And blessed be.